Welcome back. This is Lesson 6 of our High Emotional Intelligence Communication series. Today, we move into a more advanced skill, how to express your feelings honestly and effectively. Before we begin, let's briefly revisit what we covered in the last lesson, the RAP principle for effective speaking. R stands for result, speak with a clear outcome in mind. A stands for audience, think from the listener's perspective. P stands for points, keep your message concise and focused. This framework isn't just for presentations. You can use it in daily conversations, team communication, and even when reporting to your manager. The more you practice it, the more efficient and impactful your communication becomes. Now let's move into today's topic, why expressing feelings matters. Many people struggle with expressing their emotions clearly. You may feel frustrated, hurt, or angry, but instead of communicating it effectively, it comes out as silence, tension, or even conflict. Why does this happen? There are usually two reasons. First, you may not fully understand what you're feeling. Second, you don't know how to express it appropriately. When emotions are unclear or poorly expressed, problems don't get solved. The other person may not even realize something is wrong, let alone understand what you need. So the key to effective communication is this. You must learn to express yourself honestly and clearly. A real-life scenario. Let's look at an example. A woman feels unhappy because her partner has been working late every night for a month. They barely talk. One day, he comes home early, but only to pack for a sudden business trip. She explodes. Do you even care about this family? Now imagine you are the partner hearing this. You might feel confused or defensive. Instead of solving the problem, this reaction could easily escalate into an argument. So what went wrong? The issue isn't the emotion, it's how it was expressed. The 4-step framework for honest expression to communicate effectively. Use this 4-step method. State the facts, express your feelings, explain the reason behind the feeling, make a clear request. Let's break this down. Step 1. State the facts, not judgments. Focus on what you actually observed, not your interpretation. For example, you don't care about this family. Judgment: you've been coming home late every night this month, and we haven't had time to talk. Fact: facts are objective and observable. Judgments are assumptions, and they often trigger defensiveness. When you start with facts, the conversation stays grounded and rational. Step 2. Express your feelings after stating the facts. Share how you feel. For example, I feel a bit lonely and overlooked. This step sounds simple, but it's actually difficult for many people. Why? Because most of us were never taught to identify or express emotions. Some people avoid it because they think it shows weakness. Others simply don't have the vocabulary. Here are some examples of feeling words: positive, grateful, happy, excited, hopeful, negative, anxious, frustrated, disappointed, overwhelmed, hurt. Being specific matters. Saying I feel bad is vague. Saying I feel disappointed and ignored is clear. Step 3. Explain the cause. Help the other person understand why you feel this way. For example, because we barely spend any time together, and I feel disconnected from you. This step connects your emotion to the situation. It gives context, which makes your feelings easier to understand. Step 4. Make a clear request. Finally, express what you need. For example, can we set aside some time to talk this week? Can you let me know in advance when your schedule gets busy? Without a request, the conversation has no direction. You're sharing feelings, but not moving toward a solution. Putting it all together, let's rewrite the earlier example using all 4 steps. I've noticed that you've been working late every night this month, and we haven't had much time to talk. I feel a bit lonely and overlooked. Because I really value our time together. Can we find a way to spend more time, or at least stay connected during busy periods? Now compare this with, do you even care about this family? Same situation, completely different outcome. Common mistake: confusing feelings with judgments. One of the biggest mistakes people make is mixing emotions with opinions. For example, I feel like you don't respect me. This is a judgment, I feel hurt. This is a feeling, I feel you're irresponsible. Judgment, I feel frustrated. Feeling. When you express judgments, people defend themselves. When you express feelings, people understand you. Another scenario, workplace example. Let's say a colleague constantly goes off topic in meetings, affecting productivity. Ineffective approach, you're slowing everyone down. This sounds like blame and may trigger resistance. Effective approach, in recent meetings, I noticed we spent a lot of time discussing unrelated topics. I feel concerned because we're not making enough progress. Could we try to stay focused on the agenda during meetings? Same issue, better outcome. Final takeaways: to express your feelings effectively, stick to facts, not assumptions. Use clear emotional language. Explain the reason behind your feelings. Make a specific, actionable request. When you do this, communication becomes clearer, calmer, and far more productive. Your practice task. Today's assignment is simple. Think of a recent situation where you felt frustrated or misunderstood. Rewrite what you wanted to say using the 4-step method, then try it in a real conversation. Mastering communication isn't about talking more, it's about expressing yourself in a way that others can truly understand. In the next lesson, we'll explore how to manage emotions during difficult conversations and stay calm under pressure.